Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will get daily, weekly, monthly content on regular basis. Use the code Vikas10 and get 10% additional discount while purchasing the course. Also, students, follow us on Telegram and Instagram. The link for the same are mentioned in our description. This video has both English and Hindi. The first part is English and second part is Hindi. Timestamps are mentioned in the description below. So students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, कैसे हैं आप सब? आई होप आप सब अच्छे हैं। तो दोस्तों, आज की वीडियो में बुक्स, ऑथर्स, ऑब्यूटरी के हम इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स डिस्कस करेंगे। काफ़ी इंपॉर्टेंट सेशन रहेगा फॉर फेब मंथ। स्टूडेंट्स, हम डेली करंट अफेयर्स की वीडियो सुबह 5 बजे अपलोड करते हैं, जो कि आपके लर्निंग में काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहेगी। सो स्टे ट्यून विद अस टिल द एंड एंड ये वीडियो जरूर देखा करो। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। आइडेंटिफाई द बुक दैट वाज कंपाइल्ड बाय द चेयरमैन ऑफ हिंदुजा ग्रुप, गोपीचंद हिंदुजा। ये रिलीज की गई इस बुक को वाइस प्रेसिडेंट जगदीप धनखड़ जी के द्वारा इन न्यू दिल्ली। बुक का नाम है आई एम, करेक्ट। एंड इस बुक को बेसिकली स्पिरिचुअलिटी, यूनिटी, डाइवर्सिटी, इसके ऊपर यहाँ पे इस बुक को लॉन्च किया गया है। ये इस दर्शाता है यहाँ पर। एंड हिंदुजा फाउंडेशन के द्वारा इस बुक को पब्लिश किया जाएगा। नेक्स्ट, किनके द्वारा लॉन्च किया गया? एक मेमोयर, आई एम एस सोल्जर्स वाइफ, द लाइफ एंड द लव ऑफ टॉनी लाइडर। इस बुक को ऑथर किया गया है गीतिका लाइडर के द्वारा। तो पूछा जा रहा है किनके द्वारा इस बुक को लॉन्च किया गया? उपेंद्र द्विवेदी के द्वारा इस बुक को लॉन्च किया गया, जो कि लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल उपेंद्र द्विवेदी हैं, चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ। एंड रोली बुक्स के द्वारा इस बुक को यहाँ पे पब्लिश किया जाएगा। यहाँ पर ये जो टॉनी लाइडर हैं, इनकी लाइफ के ऊपर इस बुक में लिखा गया है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, हु इज द ऑथर ऑफ द बुक द न्यू आइकन सावरकर एंड द फैक्ट्स। इस बुक को ऑथर किया गया है अरुण शौरी के द्वारा। राइट, ये बुक बताता है विनायक दामोदर सावर जी की लाइफ के ऊपर, उनकी जो मिथ्स थी उनकी लाइफ के ऊपर, वो सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे दर्शाया गया है। एंड अरुण शौरी को रैमन मैग्सेसे अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया जा चुका है फॉर जर्नलिज्म लिटरेचर 1982 में। एंड 1990 में इनको पद्म भूषण से भी सम्मानित किया गया था फॉर लिटरेचर एंड एजुकेशन। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्डी डैश। इन्होंने ऑथर की अपनी 25वीं बुक, जिसका टाइटल है लाइफ ऑन मास कलेक्टिव स्टोरीज। 15 स्टोरीज यहाँ पे लिखी गई हैं। ये कौन है साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्डी? ये है नमिता गोखले, जिन्होंने भी 25वीं बुक लिखी है लाइफ ऑन मास कलेक्टेड स्टोरीज। स्टूडेंट्स, ये तो हो गए बुक्स। अब आ जाते हैं ऑबिटरी के ऊपर। वर्ल्ड्स ओल्डेस्ट लिविंग ओलंपिक गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट ग्रेगोरी कर्टिस बेल, इनको रिसेंटली इनका निधन हो गया 94 की एज में। ये किससे एसोसिएटेड हैं? ये एथलेटिक्स से एसोसिएटेड थे। ठीक है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं, किस कंट्री के फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड लास्टिंग फाउंडिंग फादर सर जूलियस चैन, इनका निधन हो गया 85 की एज में। तो ये पेपुआ न्यू गिनिया से बिलोंग करते हैं। ये इनके फॉर्मर प्राइम मिनिस्टर थे। नेक्स्ट, फॉर्मर जर्मन प्रेसिडेंट एंड मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ऑफ IMF कौन है जिनका निधन हो गया 81 की एज में? वो हैं हॉर्स्ट कॉलर, इनका भी रिसेंटली निधन हो गया है। राइट, एंड ये 9वें प्रेसिडेंट थे जर्मनी के 2004 से लेके 2010 तक। IMF में 2000 में ये अपॉइंट किए गए थे एज MD, 4 साल के लिए यहाँ पे अपॉइंट किए गए थे। नेक्स्ट, नवीन चावला, इनका निधन हो गया 79 की एज में न्यू दिल्ली में। इन्होंने सर्व किया एज द फॉर्मर चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर ऑफ इंडिया। टेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस, 1969 बैच के IAS ऑफिसर हैं। 1945 में इनका जन्म हुआ था एंड 2005 से लेके 2009 तक यहाँ पे चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर थे इंडिया के। नेक्स्ट, किन्होंने सर्व किया एज द फर्स्ट प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ नामीबिया, जिनका भी निधन हो गया 95 की एज में? तो वो हैं सैमुअल सफिशुना डैनियल नोमा, इनका निधन हो गया 95 की एज में। एंड ये पहले प्रेसिडेंट थे नामीबिया के। नेक्स्ट, फिलैंथ्रोपिस्ट प्रिंस करीम अल हुसैन आगा खान, 88 की एज में निधन हो गया। एंड गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने अवार्ड किया है इन्हें विद पद्मा विभूषण 2015 में फॉर हिज कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू सोशल वर्क। राइट। नेक्स्ट, नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं पद्माश्री अवॉर्डी सुक्री बोमा गौवडा, इनका निधन हो गया अभी फरवरी 2025 में एट द एज ऑफ 88। ये क्या है, ये एक रिनॉन फॉक सिंगर रह चुकी हैं, राइट। इनको पद्माश्री से सम्मानित किया गया था 2017 में इन द फील्ड ऑफ आर्ट्स। देन इनको संदेश आर्ट्स अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था 2009 में, एंड 2006 में नडोजा अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था, जो कि एक कन्नड़ा यूनिवर्सिटी के द्वारा दिया जाता है। नेक्स्ट आ जाते हैं रिनोन्ड हिंदुस्तानी क्लासिकल सिंगर पंडित प्रभाकर कारेकर, इनका निधन हो गया एट द एज ऑफ 80, राइट। इनको तानसेन सम्मान, संगीत नाटक अकेडमी अवार्ड, गोमत विभूषण अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया जा चुका है। नेक्स्ट नेम द इसरो साइंटिस्ट एंड पद्माश्री अवार्डी जिनका निधन हो गया एट द एज ऑफ 84, वो हैं रामस्वामी मनिका वसगम, राइट। इनको पद्माश्री से सम्मानित किया गया था 1982 में इन द फील्ड ऑफ साइंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग। 84 की एज में बेंगलोर कर्नाटका में इनका निधन हो गया। मूविंग ऑन, आइडेंटिफाई रिनोन्ड ओडिशा डांसर एंड पद्माश्री अवार्डी जिनका निधन हो गया 92 की एज में। कौन है वो है मायाधर रॉथ, राइट। टेक अ नोट ऑफ दिस। पद्माश्री अवार्ड जो कि है 4th हाईएस्ट सिविलियन अवार्ड, आर्ट्स की फील्ड में दिया गया था इनको, 2010 में सम्मानित किया गया था, एंड इनको फादर ऑफ ओडिसी डांस के नाम से भी जाना जाता है। नेक्स्ट इन फेब रिनोन्ड गुजराती पोएट एंड साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्डी, इनका निधन हो गया। ये कौन है, अनिल रामानाथ जोशी, एंड 1990 में इनको साहित्य अकेडमी अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था। नेक्स्ट जीन हैकमैन, ये एक ऑस्कर विनिंग लेजेंड है, नॉन फॉर द फिल्म्स द फ्रेंच कनेक्शन 1971 में आई थी, जो अनफॉरगिवन 1992 में आई थी। इनका भी 26 फरवरी को निधन हो गया। ये एक रिनॉन काफ़ी फेमस एक्टर है, राइट, एंड इनको ऑस्कर अवार्ड से भी सम्मानित किया गया था 1971 में। तो दोस्तों ये हो गए हमारे इंपॉर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स। अब आ जाते हैं कुछ रिवीजन पार्ट पर जो कि आपकी लर्निंग में हेल्पफुल रहेगा। नेक्स्ट इज where was the India's first World Peace Center inaugurated in March 2025 under the leadership of founders of Amisha Vishwa Bharati Jain Acharya Lokesh Muni? So location is being asked here, that where was this India's first World Peace Center inaugurated? Take a note of this important question, students. It will be in Gurugram, Haryana. Right, this World Peace Center will play an important role in raising awareness, encouraging social responsibility, and promoting sustainable development, as well as establishing institutional networks for peace and harmony. Next, which of the following actors was not listed among the top 5 in the Forbes annual list of the highest paid actors of 2024, released in Feb 2025? So which of the following actors was not listed here? William Bradley Pitt was not listed here, rest all were listed here, right. And Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock, is the highest earning actor with approximately $88 million earning. Next, in March, Christian Stocker was sworn in as the new Chancellor of Dash by replacing Alexander Schallenberg. So Christian Stocker was sworn in as the new Chancellor of Austria, right. Take a note of this, and he will be replacing Alexander Schallenberg. Next, mention the Indian Grandmaster who won the title at the 38th Cairns International Open Chess Tournament 2025 held in France on 3rd of March. So who is that Indian Grandmaster? P. Inian, right? And he won the 38th edition of the Cairns International Open Chess Tournament by defeating V. Pranesh in the 9th and the final round held in France. Next, name the public sector bank in India that has received the ISO 22301-2019 Business Continuity Management System certification from the British Standard Institution for its strong focus on operational resilience, risk management, and business continuity planning. It is Bank of Baroda, right. Next is pick out the incorrect statement regarding the Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana. If we look at the options here, you have to tell me the incorrect one. B is right, C is right, A is incorrect. So right option here is A. A is saying that the scheme is overseen by the Ministry of Personal Public and Grievances and Pensions. Is it correct? So no. This scheme is managed by whom? It is monitored by Ministry of Labor and Employment. Right. So A option now is right. Next, which ministry issued the guidelines for implementing 5 pilot projects in the transport sector launched by the Government of India to use hydrogen fueled buses and trucks under the National Green Hydrogen mission. Which is that ministry? It is Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, as this green hydrogen, it is considered to be a green fuel. Hence, the sector that or the ministry that will be associated with it is green new and renewable energy. Next, in March, India and Dash collaborated to establish a task force to enhance bilateral defense cooperation for the Indian Army's Zorawar light tank. So, India and Belgium here collaborated to establish a task force that will be working to enhance the cooperation in the defense sector, and here the work will be done on the Zorawar light tank. Next, Brand Finance, they have published their IT Service 2025 ranking. This lists the world's most valuable IT service brands. Which of the following is not among the top 5 IT services brands in India? If we look at the options here, it is HCL, which is not among the top 5 IT services brands in India. Accenture on the top, then TCS and Infosys on second and third position respectively from India. Next, SEBI. SEBI has permitted all NBFCs, including housing finance companies, to invest in security receipts, right, that are issued by the asset reconstruction companies. Next, identify the organization that recently published the report India Country Economic Memorandum, becoming a high income economy in generation, stating that India must grow by 7.8% per year for the next 22 years to become a high income nation by 2047. So this report that India to become a high income nation by 2047 should grow by 7.8% annually, right, at least 7.8% annually for the next 22 years. This data was released by World Bank. Next, mention the public sector bank that partnered with Confederation of Indian Industry IGBC, that is Indian Green Building Council, in March to offer financing solutions for the developers and home buyers. So mention the public sector bank. Which is that bank? It is Indian Overseas Bank. Next is who was named as the 2025 Pritzker Architecture Prize laureate, the highest honor in the field of architecture, on 4th of March. So Liu Jiankun was recently honored with this Pritzker Architecture Prize, and he became the 54th laureate and second Chinese architect. Next, the Defense Bioengineering and Electromedical Laboratory successfully tested onboard oxygen generating system based integrated life support systems at high altitudes for light combat aircrafts. Take a note of this. Next is who has been recently re-elected as the chairman of the Bar Council of India in March for 7th consecutive term. So who has been re-elected as the chairman? Manan Kumar Mishra has been re-elected as the chairman of the Bar Council of India for 7th consecutive time. Next, identify the Indian athletes who became the first Indian women to throw 16.03 meters indoor shot put at the 2025 Mountain West Indoor Tracks and Field Championships. It is Krishna Jayashankar, right, is the Indian athlete who became the first Indian women to throw 16.03 meters in the indoor shot put, right. Next, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated Vantara. Vantara is a 3,000-acre animal rescue and rehabilitation center that is in Jamnagar, Gujarat, right, and it is a project of Anant Ambani, right. So this Vantara was inaugurated. Question asked is which of the following organization established it? It was established by Reliance Industries Limited. Next, name the Geo Heritage app that was launched by Union Minister for Coal and Mines G. Kishan Reddy ji, that was during the 175th Foundation Day celebration of the Geological Survey of India on 4th of March. What is the name of that application? It is Bhu Virasat, right? Apart from this, a field data acquisition application was also launched. I repeat, Bhu Virasat application as well as a field data acquisition application, they were also launched here. This Bhu Virasat, this is a basically Geo Heritage app, right? And this was launched during the Geological Survey of India when they celebrated their 175th Foundation Day with a grand ceremony at their headquarters in Kolkata, West Bengal. Moving on, mention the initiative that was launched by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj to enhance women participation and leadership in local governments. It is your model women friendly gram panchayat, right? This is the initiative launched by the Ministry of Panchayati Raj in order to enhance the participation of women, their safety in the local governments. Next is identify the organization that, in collaboration with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Institute for Global Environment Strategies, organized the 12th Regional 3R and Circular Economy Forum in Asia and the Pacific that was held in Rajasthan from 3rd to 5th of March. So, identify the organization. It is United Nations Center for Regional Development, right? This 12th Regional CR and Circular Economy Forum in the Asia and the Pacific was held from 3rd to 5th of March, right, in at the Rajasthan International Center in Jaipur, Rajasthan. Next, in March, India Semiconductor Mission, Tata Electronics Private Limited and Tata Semiconductor Manufacturing Private Limited, they have jointly signed a fiscal support agreement to establish India's first commercial semiconductor fabrication unit in which state? It will be in the state of Gujarat, right? And here financial outlay of 76,000 crore rupees has been spent by the Ministry of Electronics and Information and Technology. Moving on, which of the following countries is not in the top 5 globally for high net worth individuals as per the 19th edition of the Wealth Report by the Knight Frank? So this data released by Knight Frank, they are talking about the high net worth individuals, right? And the list has been released and this is the 19th edition of this list. Among them, it is USA on the top, then China on second, Japan on third, India on fourth and Germany on fifth. So among the following, we can say it is France that is not in the top 5. Next, who received the national award at the 5th annual summit of BRICS Chamber of Commerce and Industry Women's Entrepreneurship and Empowerment and Facilitation 2025 in New Delhi for her contribution as the chairperson of Kailash Group of Hospitals. So she is Dr. Uma Sharma. Next, in March, Indian table tennis champion Ananta Sharat Kamal announced his retirement from professional table tennis, in which year he was awarded with the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratan Award. So he was awarded with this in 2022, right? Padma Shri in 2019, Arjuna Award in 2004. Next, Australian cricketer Dash announced his retirement from ODI in March. So Steven Smith has announced his retirement. Next, identify the organization that partnered with African Development Bank to launch Mission 300 to connect 300 million people to electricity in sub-Saharan Africa by 2030, right? To provide them electricity here, right? It is World Bank that is the organization. They have partnered with the African Development Bank and they have launched this Mission 300. Correct. This is aim here is to provide electricity to 300 million people in the sub-Saharan Africa by 2030.